The Truth with Gwen Azama-Edwards every Thursday at 6:15 on the Live Radio. Gwen Azama-Edwards, the former city clerk, former city commissioner,
Interim President Bethune-Cookman, Dr. Edison Jackson.
Oh, I didn't see him. Who's the woman?
Live Radio.
I think she said he's here.
Who is she?
She's the new marketing director.
Oh.
If you see them, ask them to come on in.
I will.
Thanks.
How are you?
How are you?
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Coming in?
And here, sir. Thank you so much. Welcome, 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 welcome to all of our listeners. Hopefully you guys did not get too filled up with all that Thanksgiving food, you know, the potato salad, the macaroni and cheese, the turkey, the ham, the greens, some had cabbage, you know, the dressing, the gravy that went on that, and the sweet potato pies, and the cakes, and the this and the that. I know somebody's getting really hungry, right? Oh, God, and some of you are like me, I'm sure. You know, you ate so much that now you're into the diet phase, right? So that you get ready for Christmas. Getting filled up all over again. Welcome, 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 welcome to Truth, a radio program designed with you in mind, a program whose sole purpose is to empower you, our listeners, for information leads to knowledge, and knowledge is, you got it, power. And as always, I want to empower you to take control of your life, those things that impact you, your family, and your community. As always, too, I'd love to have you go to the website at www.gwen-truth.com so you can access all that powerful information, all those important links that will lead you down the path of empowerment through information, everything that you need to be all that God intended for you to be. So you can get it all here. So when Big John says Gwen's truth, hey, this is the only truth that matters, other than the greatest truth, of course, which we know is the Word of God. But, you know, down here, I use that and give you some other pathways, too, that will help you, empower you to be able to lead a more powerful and successful life. So welcome, 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 welcome to all of you. As has been stated, I'm Gwen Azama-Edwards, former City Commissioner, retired City Clerk, City of Daytona Beach, and President and CEO of AE Enterprises, Inc., a consulting firm on politics and ethics. Welcome back to all of you. Hopefully you miss me as I miss you during the Thanksgiving holidays. We're always off during that time because it's a Thursday. And I know and trust that you had as great a time as I did during the Thanksgiving holiday. Shout out to all of you. Shout out to all of those who helped others during that time, because the word says it's more blessed to give than to receive. And if you did that, and to the extent that you did that, I know you had an even greater time. And sometimes, you know, you can give to those within your immediate family, because they too are in need of the love and the sharing and the caring and all that other good stuff that goes with feeding. And feeding isn't just physical, it's also a spiritual thing as well. God, I sound like I'm already going off to it. Dr. Edison Jackson is here, a great man of God, in addition to being the interim president at Bethune-Cookman University. And I'm just so happy and proud to have him here with us tonight. And I know that you will be edified, as was I during today's meeting. The Board of Counselors with Bethune-Cookman, who are ambassadors in the community for the Bethune-Cookman University, the great Bethune-Cookman University. We had the opportunity of hearing him share with us some of the great and wonderful things that's happening at Bethune-Cookman University. And I've asked him to share some of the same information tonight, and I'm, again, just so grateful to him being here. And I have to share with you, Dr. Jackson, that I was sharing with your new communications director. I don't know if you guys can see her. She's off hiding in the background here. But I shared with her that I'm probably one of your biggest fans. I just personally say that because, and I love Trudy Kibbe Reed as well, but everybody has a season, which I'm sure you will acknowledge. And she had her great season. This is your season, and just hearing some of the fabulous things that are going on with Bethune-Cookman University, some of the great plans that are already underway, some of the things that I loved because I was there when you were introduced to the community. What you were saying, which is that you were going to build on the foundations that had already been laid. You weren't tearing down anything. You were building up and going forward. And that's an awesome, awesome way to be. It's an awesome thing to do. So I welcome you to Truth Radio. And well, I think I even went up to you, shook your hand, and welcomed you to the community. Thank you for being here. And if you would just share with our listeners, because our listeners are from Daytona Beach, they're from Holly Hill, they're actually even from Flagler County, they're from a little south, and every so often someone on the west side of us can also hear some of the information. But if you would share with them what it's been like really to come to Bethune-Cookman University. I've often said that this university, which was started by Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune, is, as the word says, as Jesus said, you know, you lack honor in your own hometown. You know, you don't receive the kind of honor that you should receive. And to me, Bethune-Cookman University, here in its own city in Daytona Beach, is probably not as well recognized and received as it is all around, not just the nation, but the world. What does it feel like coming to such a great and renowned university?
First, thank you very much for allowing me to be here and be a part of this program. It is for me, a marvelous journey that I'm taking here. This is a great university. There's so much that we have done and the half is not yet told in terms of what we are going to do. It is, for me, a very sacred place. When you think about the challenges, the struggles, and to be able to go through all of that and then still to be great and to be able to continue to do God's work. It is God's work that we are doing as we continue to educate the young people who come to Bethune-Cookman University. And so I take this charge very seriously, and I'm very passionate about education. And I truly understand the power of education to transform individuals and people and a nation. So we go about our work at Bethune-Cookman. I'm happy to say that we met our enrollment target for the fall semester, and we have the best prepared freshman class we've had in at least 5 years. And that's great because students are coming to us and seeking admission to our university, not because it's a last resort university, but it's a first choice university. And that's what we are pushing: academic excellence, rigor, and high academic standards. Because there's no reason why we can't be the best. And the world has changed. And so what we're about moving towards describing how we can produce world-class graduates.
Yes.
As graduates who can go anywhere and be successful and meet the standards that have been promulgated across the nation and the world. So that is a very important step that we have made. And I'm also pleased to say that our finances are in order.
Wonderful.
And you know, in this day and time,
Oh, yes.
there are many challenges that institutions are facing. But at Bethune-Cookman University, our Board of Trustees have been good stewards of the financial resources that have been placed before them. So I come into this position not having to worry about whether or not we can make payroll. And that's, and for some of our institutions, that's a worry, that's a concern. And so we don't have to worry about that. I've been encouraged by the work and support of the faculty. We have much work to do, but I applaud them because they are hungry for renewal and doing the right thing for our students and this community. So we're looking at how we can strengthen our curriculum, both at the edge level as well as the respective disciplines that we offer at BCU. And for me, to see faculty members excited about doing what they've been hired to do in terms of that craft and to teach more effectively. Now I'm challenging them to do more and to make sure that we are producing great graduates. And so they have that responsibility as faculty members in the classroom. And they are beginning to gain a new sense of renewal, a new sense of joy. For whatever reason that brought them to BCU, and now being able to realize a dream and why they came. We are having our fall commencement this fall in December 8th, and we have returned to the fall's commencement. It's been a long time since we've done that, but one of the things that when I came on board, that faculty members and students asked if we could have a fall commencement as well as our spring commencement, because many of our students will graduate and complete their studies in the summer and in the fall. And traditionally what they've had to do is to wait until the spring commencement. They need to get in and get a job. They need to be able to say, I am truly a graduate of BCU. And I'm proud to share with the radio audience that we have 20 graduates of a master's degree program in transformative leadership. It is one of 2 such master's degree programs in the nation of this, and it is really truly, when we talk about transformative leadership, that's what it's all about. And so our graduates can go in many places in terms of work because of the quality of the degree that is now being bestowed upon them. Secondly, we have
Now, did you announce today that they all either have jobs or they've been accepted into it?
graduate school.
That's key. We don't want to miss that.
Absolutely not. And our environmental science program is a very strong one. And we are graduating kind of first class, and that's a small program. But we have received major grants from the federal government to support student scholarship and student research. And those graduates also have been accepted in a PhD program in some of the best universities in the nation, and a couple have decided that we'll just go to work. And we know in terms of there's a major concern about climatic control, and the issues of environment.
Right, global warming and all that stuff.
So BCU is right on the case in terms of preparing young men and women to enter that profession. And so we're very pleased that Dr. Reed and others have the vision to move into graduate education. In addition to that, we are planning a master's degree in nursing, counseling, psychology, criminal justice, 2 new degree programs in education department, and we are talking with Dr. Long, who's the dean of the School of Business, about also developing a MBA. And we're looking at other disciplines in terms of how we can meet the workforce need that is out there. And we are on a fast track to make all of that happen. Two of the degrees have already been submitted to through the process externally to get approval so that we can move forward we expect a couple of them to be on board for 2013. Another major piece that I didn't talk about today, but classes now are offered in the evenings. And on the weekends, we have a weekend college.
Wonderful.
People who have full-time jobs and want to get complete their work and get their credentials, they can go as cohorts through the system and to get their degrees, so that they don't have to take off from work, because most of us who are working can't afford to miss a paycheck. So we want to be responsive to that need that's out there. But also in the evenings, people who may have stopped out, whether it's at attending BCU or some other college or university, but they want to pick up from where they left off.
Right.
We now have a bachelor's in professional studies that will take the potential student from wherever he or she is and allow them to map out a plan so they can complete their education as quickly as they want to. And part of that is through online courses, so that people move as quickly as they need to get those credentials so they can move out of the workforce, stay in the workforce and get promotion. So at BCU, we are standing on the history, the legacy, and the successes of Maryland Crown Bethune and continue to be relevant to what's going on in the world today. And so we have already 600 students registered in our evening classes for the spring semester.
Wow.
And that we're still in that process to think that what would have happened to those individuals if we had not started evening classes. And we know that the world has changed and how people live their lives, and we have to get started doing a 9-to-5. And even our young students on campus, some of them say, I'm glad because I'm not a morning person, so I can go to school in the afternoon and the evening. So that's a great thing.
It is. It's awesome.
Yeah, and our competitors have been doing that and for some time, and we just can step into and step with them, if you will, in terms of what happens in terms of higher education. We are moving towards what I call the blending of town and gown. BCU belongs to the community. Our founder was very careful to communicate to everyone that the community belonged, the university belonged to the community, and the community was welcome on our campus. There was no separation, if you will. And for a period of time, in recent years, we kind of strayed away from that. For whatever reason, I'm not trying to suggest what they might have been. That's not my task. My task is to build bridges, and that's what we are working to do. We have a $70 million budget, annual budget, and so the question is, how can we impact the economic condition of Bethune regions around the communities, trying to keep those dollars in our community and turn over more and more time.
Right.
And so we're looking at how we do business and how we purchase goods and services, and can we do a better job of buying locally, if you will. And so we're looking at it as another piece. But when you think about $70 million in terms of budget, and think about economic impact that we could have, but we're not having it at the moment as I think we should. And I'm really looking at ways to do that. Another piece of that is collaborating with the mayor of our city and the commissioners of Midtown, how we can work together to do the redevelopment that's possible.
So key. It is key.
And so, because we know that economic development is critical to the preservation of our communities. And I'm happy to say that I've had some initial discussions with our newly elected officials, and they want to work with BCU.
Wonderful.
I'm proud to say that.
Hope you do.
Yes, yes.
But as you said, we're moving forward.
Moving
We're moving forward, yes.
And the students are, they're so precious. I think that parents will entrust their gift that God has given them to us to help mold and shape. And that's awesome.
It is.
People do that. I walk across the campus and I see students 60 years old from California. It's just, so we try to do, what we're trying to do to communicate to our university family is, this is a sacred responsibility we have, and to have to nurture and to educate and develop these young minds that have been entrusted to us by their parents, grandparents, aunties, and everyone else. And I find that rewarding, because for me it's a part of what I consider my job a ministry. And so what we are doing is trying to get more people to believe that what the work they do is a ministry.
Absolutely.
And I'm grateful that God is showing himself out. He's showing up and he's showing out. And that's what is good about this journey, because Bethune-Cookman is a favorite affiliated university with the Methodist Church. And we need to be not ashamed to lift up that affiliation. And because I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
So that we want to put God back on the throne. Fashion. And we instituted Wednesday dress up day for our students. So they dress up and they look great and wonderful when they walk across country. So I'm just happy.
Oh, hold on, it's right here.
It's working.
They're doing that.
Okay, thank you.
And so, and they have church services
She said
available
it's
on
working.
chapel on Wednesdays, 10, 20 hour. And this past Wednesday, I think it probably about 1,000 students.
Wow.
And I was the one assigned to, if you will, preach. I decided I was not going to preach. We're going to have a worship service. And students could sing, they had a song on their hearts, or they had a testimony. And one young lady talked about her losing her grandfather and how devastating that was. And I asked the students, how many of you have lost a loved one in the last year? Would you read at least 40% had lost a loved one? And so we prayed and we talked about the loss and then how to help them to get over that. And so, because too often we've done in our chapel's services, we kind of, at preaching, we kind of taught at them. And young people want to be engaged.
Yes,
they want to
absolutely.
connect with us. So we tried that, so we were thinking about how we can get better. On Thursday nights, the Southern Spring semester, we're going to have church, if you will, at 5 p.m. And we will not be competing with our existing churches. That's why we chose Thursday evening. So that, and I'm finding that our students want to express their faith, and so we will give them opportunity to do that, and also encourage them to go to churches in the community as well. And we keep feeding, having them, allow them to have these expressions of faith. They will become more anchored and will not be tossed to and fro by vicissitudes of life.
Stronger foundation.
Yes. So, and when people talk about what young people might do, 3,400 young minds BCU, they are far more anchored and more thoughtful than I think a lot of us give them credit for being. And so I think that we are, at least from those who go to BCU, the African American community in particular, in good hands. Because the work we're doing as well, but they also come with a passion and a zest for learning, and they are grateful that they have this wonderful opportunity to study, to worship, to say, they can say, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. And that's somebody looking at them crazy, so what's wrong with you?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And for me, that's a great thing too, because when I was in New York as president of one of the CUNY campuses, you're going to say, hallelujah, people look at you crazy. What are you doing? Just separation of church and state. So I don't have to deal with that now. And I can be me, truly me, in terms of how God is using me. So we're looking at how we can bring more resources to the university. I'm proud to say that the Alumni Association, the national as well as the local affiliates, have really stepped up in terms of fundraising and giving support to the university in ways that I'm just amazed, because I only been here 8 months, and to see the gifts that are coming in. One person just came 3 weeks ago, $100,000. The chairman of the board called me this week to say that there's a person who wants to give $100,000, which he will give before the end of the calendar year, but he plans to give $1 million because he wants to build a name after him. So,
Hey.
$1 million. And then there's another citizen, a supporter who is looking at arranging Dr. Lucas in terms of creating an endowment. Lots of money. I know lots of money. We wait until it's complete, all the negotiations. But what is happening is once people in our community, well-wishers, are given their support financially and morally and every other way, and that's a good feeling, because we're not about necessarily having to ask for people to come forward. God is touching folks, and to say, I blessed you, and so why can't you bless this university?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I just, sometimes I get up in the morning and I just say, Lord, you're so awesome. Because the folks that he is touching, and he has touched that I can't touch. But they come because somehow God has put it on their mind to give and to be supportive. We also have to talk with the chamber. They have come on board and really their support, and some of them have offered to have some of the folks, for example, the law firm to teach business law here at the university, and to give and to offer seminars. So so the more I talk with people and we have dialogue about the possibilities that play at BCU, folks are saying, I want to be a part of this.
Yes.
And I want them to be a part of this. And so that's the kind of move of God, I say, because there's some things that I could not even imagine that it would happen, and it happened so quickly. So I give all the praise to God for what is taking place at Bethune-Cookman University. Our board of trustees has been very supportive, and allowed me to make the kind of changes that we need to make so that we can become a stronger university. My hope is that when people look at BCU is small enough to go through the transformation process easier than a large university with 10,000 students and 1,000 faculty members and such. So there's so many wonderful characteristics that place at BCU, and we want to be good stewards of this resource called BCU, and we're working hard to do that. We're hiring, we're beginning to talk about hiring new faculty members, and we're hiring to mission. That is, you have to believe in the mission and embrace that mission before we hire you, because we want to make sure that you want to be at BCU that's not just a job, but it's a ministry, it's a mission, and so we probably will be hiring another 10 to 15 new faculty members for fall 2013. So in the radio audience, if you really think you want to be a part of BCU, watch our web page and look at that, because we're looking for some great folks. You are somebody great. And come on down and make an application, etc. Because we want to have right people who are anchored to extent possible in our community. We would like to offer their gifts to BCU. And so we are on a building mode, if you will. And so we are looking for folks who are talented, committed to our mission.
And one of the things you mentioned too at the meeting today with the Board of Counselors in terms of your students, and I share with you that a lot of what I hear you saying, because I've served on the advisory board for Stetson University, where I'm an alumnus, I've heard them saying as well, and you said that your qualifications for your students, the GPA is higher, you know, in order to come.
Yes.
You're looking at, and this doesn't disqualify those who still want to go to college or to university, but you are looking for students who actually can not only be of credit, but really bring something to the table as well. And the same with your faculty.
Yes.
You know, you don't want, as you've said, it to be a last resort that you come into Bethune-Cookman. You want it to be your first choice.
First choice. and that's important. We send a different message. That we're about quality and we're quality people. It doesn't mean that we're moving away from our traditional mission, but we have to be true to who we are, and we want those who come and learn in our university to be serious about it. BCU is not an alternative playground, and we are sending a message that you're not serious, don't come to us. But if you're serious, where we stand, we will work with you and get you up to speed and go on. So just a month ago, my recruitment team went to Jacksonville, and we admitted 21 students for the fall semester 2013, and we all received scholarships. But the most interesting and great about it is that every student had GPAs of 3.5 and above.
Wow.
Which means that they could go other places. They have chosen BCU. And so we look at those and creating these, we have an honors program at college that just started this fall. And we have some stellar students who have to be challenged. And so we're providing these enriched experiences for them, and so.
And you mentioned about the dress. Is it dress up Wednesdays or what?
Dress up Wednesday. Dress for success.
Yes.
And because we want our students to know how to dress and when to dress, and so that when they graduate from Bethune-Cookman, they will feel comfortable. One of the things I've found as I've looked at the students who are dressed at they are walking different.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
they feel, it's a sense of, I am somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And we keep telling our young men on other days, you know, pull up your pants. You know.
Absolutely.
This is an institution. You represent us.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that we're making the case. We have not. We still got some work to do.
Mm-hmm.
But pleased with what's going on in school of business. Those students are just with everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they look so wonderful when I walk around.
Yeah, I've seen some,
And
yes.
They're dressed up in nice, you know,
Ah.
suits, and the young ladies are dressed appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
And because they're going in the business world.
Absolutely.
And they need to be comfortable with dress.
Mhm. You know, I told both of my sons when they were growing up, you dress for where you want to be, not for where you are.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
and that changes your whole mindset. I mean, if you really expect and plan to be in the business arena, then you need to dress now
Now.
and get yourself, you know, inside and out, ready for that type of a setting.
And students are moving in that direction. Our biggest challenge is getting the faculty members to dress for success.
I was happy to hear you say that because, you know, the school system here, they started a dress code for the students. And then some of the parents started saying, but hey, look at how some of the teachers are dressing. I mean, you know, and they finally said, yeah, you know, we got to have some codes for our teachers too, because there's something about Florida and there's something about the South where, you know, you don't think you got to really be professional and this, that, and the other, but I'd love to see more of it, to tell you the truth, because it really says something not only about who you are, but it actually it sets up something in your mind too. If you're dressed a certain way, then you know this is how you act when you dress this certain way, as opposed to you dress another way and that's how you act.
That's right. And we're saying that we're trying to create winners.
Absolutely.
And it's not just intellectually, we're talking about how you feel about yourself, you know, the affirmation. So I've said to the college university community, I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just simply saying there are some standards
Mm-hmm.
that we are going to embrace. And that learning around the theme is not about mediocrity-ness, excellence and entrepreneurship and embracing the community. And so to that end, we are, as the song said, going back to the old landmark, and so that all of us will be exceptionally proud of Bethune-Cookman University and know that it has academic rigor, high academic standards, and committed to our community. And we can do that. We will graduate folks who will go out into the world and make us proud.
Absolutely.
Make us proud. And that's what it's all about.
And you know, if you hear any of the students that were there during the time of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune, you can see it, you can hear it in what they say about the expectations. You knew what they were.
Yes.
You didn't fall short in any way. You wanted to please her, but you also understood that there were reasons behind what it was that she was asking you to do, and you were proud of that. And even today, there are ladies who are still around who were there during that time. Even my mother-in-law, and they talk about with such pride not only having gone to school here, but they continue. They continue, you know, train up the child in the way she. They continue with those same standards and professionalism and mindsets, and it carries you. You know, I say that to our listeners, but I said to all the young people, it's that kind of mindset that really carries you to the pinnacle of success.
Absolutely, and that's what we are working to do. Not trying, we're working to make it happen again. We owe it to our founder, we owe it to the community, we owe it to ourselves to do that. And I'm telling you, I'm excited about the work we're doing, and it's an honor and a privilege for me to be president of the university at this time. And you know, say, institutions have life cycles, institutions have personalities, and usually institutions will take on the personality of the leader. And so I have to be careful that I'm sending out that spirit, that force that talks about doing justly, loving mercy, and being what God has called us to do. And so, so that's how we are moving, if you will. And that's, and we're not ashamed of the work we're doing. We just know that we're going to do it. So I could talk all day about this great university because it's so much that's there and one can work with. And I thank the community for being supportive of Bethune-Cookman University. And come on down, be with us, come across the street. We got some fences around the university, but it doesn't mean that you are not welcome. And the fence, it looks good, so that's not a problem. But, we love you in the community. We had a Christmas concert on Sunday. We invited the members of the faith-based community members, singers to join with the university around for a Christmas concert. We haven't done this, if you ever have done it, it's been a long time ago. And this is a small step to say to the community, we want you to be a part of us. And I forget, it's Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. And so it's at the PAC Center, the Performing Arts Center.
In fact, I printed that out today because you guys have sent an announcement. It's Town and Gown Christmas Concert and Lighting of the Christmas Trees.
Yes.
And you're right, 4 o'clock. This Sunday,
Yes.
December 2nd, at the Performing Arts Center, and free admission. And it says, in the spirit of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune.
Yes.
Let me just say very quickly, you're listening to Truth Radio with Gwen Azama-Edwards, and my guest, of course, is the interim president for Bethune-Cookman University, Dr. Edison Jackson. And we're talking about all the great and wonderful things that are going on at Bethune-Cookman University, and the foundation upon which Dr. Jackson is continuing to build, and how much greater and better, because we're always striving for greater and better,
Yes.
how much greater and better the university is becoming, and will become even more so as they extend their hands into the community. And it's been interesting. Again, it's WLE 1380 AM on your radio dial in Ormond Beach, Florida. I get carried away and then I forget to say what I need to say in terms of that time period. But it's just awesome to hear you talk about the outreach into the community. And I don't want people to forget either that the Board of Counselors with Bethune-Cookman, who are ambassadors out in the community, we also put on a free concert in April. It's a spring concert that we've been doing for many, many, many years. And this concert that is coming up is a great opportunity for individuals to come out and enjoy this seasonal music. And they say, come let us adore him. Praise God. So again, it is free, and Dr. Edison Jackson, the interim president, is extending this invitation to each and every one of you to come out. And it's celebrating our community, Town and Gown Christmas concert and lighting of the Christmas trees. So please, sir and ma'am, young and old, come out and join us at 4 o'clock on this coming Sunday. And you will be glad that you did. At the spring concert that I went to in April, I recorded a little bit of that on my phone, and then I put it up on YouTube. And I actually had one of the young people who's now a student watched that and she said, you know, I was trying to decide what I want to major in and everything else. And she said, once I heard that, she said, I knew that's what I wanted. That was it. That was it. But I didn't have to think about anything else. Because the concerts at Bethune-Cookman, the concert chorale, the musicians, I mean, it's awesome. You could not, in my opinion, it's not that I go to a lot of them, but in my opinion, in terms of going to symphonic types of concerts and forums and the like, you could not do better than what you get at Bethune-Cookman University. I mean, the young people there, and that's a credit to the leadership. It's a credit to the individuals who are over the band and over the choirs and the concert chorale and the like, who are well renowned. These people are, you know, you just have, they're just well renowned. And you know, we've gone an entire program and we haven't even talked about the football team or any of the other sports. And you know, people think about football, but they sometimes forget all the other sports that you all have where you actually are winners. I mean, you're already winners and everything, but you actually lead in terms of those sports with others that you play with and play against or compete against, and it's just awesome the level and the quality of athletes that you get at Bethune-Cookman University. Just awesome.
It really is, and our motto is this: student first and athlete second. Because in the end, if they don't get their degrees, they may not make it to the pros. So we want them to understand that we thank you, God, for your athletic ability, but we got to make sure that you get to the pros.
Oh, absolutely.
And so that's been and I thank Lynn Thompson, who is the
Athletic director. Awesome guy.
Yes, he is. Coach Jenkins in terms of football.
Awesome.
I have not had a chance to do much in meeting the basketball coaches, but I really.
I know. I met the female coach. It was
She's wonderful.
fantastic. Isn't she
Yeah,
awesome?
she's awesome. And
Oh,
the
God.
baseball team is also has won the championship, and
Golf.
and we have a whole range. I think we got 18 or 19
Yeah.
sports, but somehow or another football seems to.
And that's anywhere you go, right? Anywhere you go, it's football.
But we are grateful for the other sports and the leadership of those teams. And we invite you to the audience to come out and support us. In the basketball games, the home games played in our gymnasium on campus, and it's kind of fun, you know, seeing our students perform and sometimes tight games.
Yes.
And so I say, I can't stand it. But it's wonderful, and I'm proud that our students and the community come out to these events. Nothing more encouraging to our athletes when to look out there and see a large audience supporting them.
Absolutely.
So we ask for those who are still interested to look at our webpage and you find the calendar of events and so. But we are the MEAC champs.
Yes, yes.
And
And we
football, we won the Florida Classic. We didn't advance in terms of the second round, but they played well. And I will tell you, when I was down on the field when the game ended, and some of the players came and said, "President, I'm sorry, we let you down." I said, "No, you didn't. You did an incredible job, and I'm proud of you." And the others felt, were crying. They were crying because they didn't win, and they played exceptionally well. It was just not our time, but we have done exceptionally well in terms of the conference and Florida Classic. And that was a treat for me because that was my first, and we won. So that was also very good. But when we think of the Lynn Thompsons of the world, Coach Jenkins and others, you can't help from being but good. Because of their leadership. And so we were a well-rounded university. We want to be just as known for our academics as we are for our
Or the band, right.
And we have a marvelous band.
Oh, we do.
Provide.
And was it not heartwarming going to the Classic to sit there watching the band and to see them actually give a tribute
Yes.
to FAMU and the player who lost his life, a year ago, and because when it comes down to it, we may be competitors, but in the end, we're brothers and we're sisters,
Yes, so true.
and we're all about encouraging one another, promoting each other, lifting each other up, and it's just so heartwarming when I see that, and the person who's over the band.
Donovan Wells.
Thank you. Awesome.
Yes.
And his entire team.
Yes.
Who worked with him. They do that type of a thing really at all of these games. I mean, like I said, competition aside, they understand that we're all here for a purpose, and that purpose is to get along and and serve the one and only. So it's just awesome when you have that kind of pride, you have that kind of camaraderie, you have that kind of passion. And as you have said, and I want our listeners to, if they go away with nothing else, but I know they will go away with a whole lot, the fact that you said when you first came here, students first.
Yes.
It's the young people.
Yes.
That's the whole goal, the whole purpose is.
Without them, we would not have the university.
Absolutely.
And I must say that the entire College family has bought into that philosophy. A few people still thanks, but that's all right. But students are saying they have a different experience. And they can't put their hands on everything, but they say, I think it's the hand of God, God's Spirit is in there.
Oh, yes. Yeah. He's not a God of confusion.
No, he's not. And so, we are a student-centered university, and we are working hard to make sure that all of their experiences are progressive, educational, and rewarding.
And you just opened a new center.
Larry L. Hanfield Athletic Training Center, and it is fabulous. We have a legacy walk from the entrance down, and all the great
The Hall of Famers.
Hall of Famers.
Yes.
And it is a state-of-art facility, and it stands out there on ISD on Jamaican Road, I guess that is. And lights, at night when you pass by, and you say, wow, what is this? And it complements our Performing Arts Center, which is across the street. And I thank the Newtown board for approving the acquisition of the land for our football practice field.
Right.
And they're just wonderful people. I was thanking them publicly because they didn't have to do it. They didn't have to approve our request. So they allowed us some space to expand and to have a practice field. We also, as you look at all facilities adjacent to that, we renovated that. So it will complement the new facility. And we'll see that happening sooner than later.
Wonderful. Are there other facilities that are in the works over the next couple
Yes,
years or so?
we're talking to some investors about building new residence halls. And some of our residence halls are and the way the market is development, we find people who are ready to invest in university and building up the residence hall, to say, and then So we don't have to put any money
Mhm.
on that. And many universities have moved in that direction.
Yeah, Stetson did that with
Yes.
a couple of things from the recent ones, yeah.
And on the first floor, we're talking about having a space for business, small businesses.
Mhm. And see, that's different from Stetson's was, and when I heard you say that, I thought, you know, I've had that dream. You talk about entrepreneurship, you talk about utilizing the business students and giving them hands-on experience and the like. I mean, awesome.
It is, and why shouldn't we do that?
Yes.
And so I've said to some of the investors who have come to talk with us so that we give our perspectives in terms of what the meeting will do. So we got to have some shops down on the first floor. And I said I've seen some creative ways to do that so that be an economic engine. You think about 3400 students, and I assume it will be 4,000. I can say that for all of 2013, watch me folks, 4,000 students.
And Stetson's only planning to go to 3,000.
That's right. So you think about, they need a place to kind of go and shop.
Yes, yes.
And sometimes you just eat some different food than the dining hall food.
And they want that. They want that, yeah.
And so we that's a part of our vision about how to expand our capacity for in terms of residence halls, but also be an economic engine. And what is good about that is, if you have these shops on the first floor, when they come out of the building, etc., they got to pass by these shops. And so they spend their money in that neighborhood, Midtown neighborhood, rather than go somewhere else to spend their money. So we're pleased.
Can we keep you here? God, you know what? Some of our listeners may not know. There are others who do know, but you've been a president at a university,
Yes.
college before.
This is my third presidency.
Wow.
And I retired from Edison College in University of New York, and I have been there for 20 years.
Wow.
And as I said earlier, that universities, colleges, and organizations have life cycles, and they run between 5 to 6 years. And I have gone through 4 life cycles, if you will. And it's time to just all right, and I decided to leave while I was on top.
That's the best way to go. Yeah.
That people want, most of them want me to stay. But my wife and I both have retired. She had Brooklyn College in City University. So we decided to come home born and reared, I should say. And so when we come to BCU, it's not, we're not trying to test strategies. We've seen what strategy what works.
Right.
And so we're not experimenting how to build institutions and make institutions stronger. And I thank God for that, the opportunity. Carry me. I didn't know that. So you come to BCU. So God has His way of preparing those.
Oh yes, He does.
And it's all in His time, not in my time, because I thought that I would be through with higher education, some consulting with it's nice to be back in the saddle.
Yes, yes. Be a willing vessel.
Yes.
Yes. Well, our time has just flown by. And there was more, by the way, listeners, that he could have shared of some of the great, wonderful, and awesome things that are going on at Bethune-Cookman University. And we really just wanted to give you just a taste of that whole experience and of all of the different activities and things that are in the works and the like, so that you could understand just what a phenomenal how best shall I say this? What a phenomenal, not just venue, but operation Bethune-Cookman University is, with such great gifts and assets for this community. In terms of the students, in terms of the faculty and staff, in terms of our interim president and all of the staff that support you, in terms of all the people that you brought to the table, the clergy, the Chamber of Commerce, the County of Volusia, and the City of Daytona Beach, and all of these elected officials, appointed officials, and the like, who are saying, and community leaders, and average, I hate to say average Joes and Jones, but average people who really just want to see this university expand, grow, and be the very best that it can be, because we want these young people to be the very best that they can be. And there's just so much that the university offers to all of us, and all we have to do is just embrace it and be an active participant in all that is going on. So I was really, really grateful. It was such a privilege to be at the Board of Counselors meeting today and hear all the great, wonderful things that you shared. And I've been a part of the Board of Counselors probably off and on, but I've been in every officer position there is, and it is a great organization. And I would say to listeners out there who would like to be a part of that kind of community partnering and ambassadorial activity, please, if you're interested in becoming a member of the Board of Counselors, let us know, and we'll be sure to give you the connections for that, because this university wants to have that kind of connection, community and university, and wants to see all of us come together and work together, because that's the only way you can accomplish anything.
Yes.
Come together, working together to make good things happen. So I am so grateful again to you, Dr. Edison Jackson,
Yes.
Interim President for Bethune-Cookman University, for coming on, and any closing comments you'd like to make.
Well, first, let me thank you for this opportunity to be on your radio show. Just want to say to the community, continue to keep us in your prayers. That God will continue to bless us, and pray that I may stay humble, and let God use me as He is using me. Because one of the things I just want to say is, you have to understand that it's not about us.
Absolutely.
It's about God. And so my prayer every morning is, Lord, not let me do anything today that will dishonor you, cause shame to come upon your name. And I do that because you can sometimes you're not careful, because of the entrapments of the office, the power and the glory, if you will, you can get lost in all of that. And I don't want to do that, and I pray that I'm not so, because I'm a servant. And so that's what I do. But to your audience again, this is a marvelous community. Thank you for your support that you've given to Bethune-Cookman University over the years, and I hope that you will continue. The Board of Counselors is an excellent organization, and I too would ask that you, if you have some time and you want to help and be part of a great organization called the Board of Counselors, then please reach out to us, and we'd be happy to facilitate you joining us, because we need you. So we need your expertise. We need your consultation, your guidance. So be blessed.
And I was going to say to you too, to God be the glory. To God be the glory for all the great and wonderful and awesome things that He has done and that He will continue to do through us. And I do join you in saying that to the extent that we let Him, we make ourselves available and let Him use us and understand it's not about us, it's all about Him and lifting Him up and exalting Him. That once you do all that He has called you do your part. Then whatever happens from that point,
Yes.
you know, it's on Him to make it successful. It's on Him to really use it and work it, and He will do that.
Yes.
He will definitely do that, and it's always going to be something great. As you said, He will show up and He will show out to the glory of Him and the goodness of all of the people that are involved. So thank you to our guest, Dr. Edison Jackson, Interim President of Bethune-Cookman University. Thank you to his, she doesn't want me to say anything, but your new Director of Communications. I've seen her at various meetings and she always reminds me of who she is. She's great choice.
Yes,
Great choice.
Thank you.
Yes. And we wanted to let you guys know to thank you for listening this Thursday, but listen every Thursday, 6:15, as we do our best to keep you informed and keep you empowered and to encourage you to continue to stand tall for that which is right and truthful. Again, this is Truth with Gwen Azama-Edwards, and like Dr. Jackson, Jackie, and myself, and all of you, we're still standing. You just be blessed and have a great week.
Your host, Gwen Azama-Edwards, exclusively every Thursday night on WELE 1380 Radio in Beach, Florida.
Jackie, is your
Yes, ma'am.
I have your email address, right?
Yes, ma'am.